All right, hey everyone, and welcome to the first episode. Fuck.
Oh, come on.
My
This is not the first
brain. We're
episode. This
not.
is
We're
episode
not. My
4.
brain. My
Episode
brain.
4.
All right, hey everyone, welcome back to Straight Outta Mobius. I'm your host, Zora.
I'm your other host, Angelos.
All right, so Angelos, what have you been up to this week?
What have I been up to? I can't tell you what I did before Sunday because I forgot. But actually, wait, hold on. I did finally beat Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
it's boring. I mean, okay. So, you know how I said it was a collectathon, kind of, like a 2D one?
Yeah.
Okay, so it turns out you need to collect like almost 70% of all the collectibles to even beat the game.
What?
It's really stupid because you basically the way it works is like a level counts as an emblem, collecting 5 blueprints as an emblem, and collecting 5 shards, shattered crystals. Ha ha ha! Those are an emblem. So basically, you need a certain amount of emblems to access some levels. By the end of the game, you need 30 out of 48, which is
Uh,
basically with how many collectibles you get, like 70% of the game. And I'm just like, at that point, what's the point of the collecting thing, man? It just makes me replay levels for no reason.
yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it's not like a bad game. It's just like whatever, kind of mind numbing. The story's really stupid. Like, it's not even worth talking about.
Damn, so it's just
Like,
like a nothing burger story.
yeah, it's like I don't know. It feels like it's trying to be the show, even though it's probably made before the show was written. But like, the show is way better than it. But
Yeah, of course.
otherwise, I got back in my Mega Man brain rot. I beat X3 and the Zero part of Extreme 2 last night. So I'm gonna play the this X part of Extreme 2 later.
Hell yeah, I did see that on your Discord status a few times.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to beat the X series finally so I can actually also play Zero and ZX because I've owned that for years.
Sweet.
Yeah. But what have you been up to?
Uh, I guess just kind of the usual for me. It's just been doing small everyday tasks and stuff while in between working on like Tekken 8 grind, ranking up,
Well,
getting better.
you did have a big thing happen on your YouTube channel.
I did. Was gonna talk about that in a moment, but yeah, it's the Team Sonic Racing video just like, exploding. It might be the video that puts my channel up there.
Hopefully,
We'll see.
you gotta hit
Point
the
is,
grind.
it has been a good enough video that it has doubled the subscribers. We will,
Shameless
we,
plug. Check out his channel for Team Sonic Racing.
oh boy,
Ooh,
linked on the channel.
yeah.
But other than that, don't know. Not really much has happened. I went to Mitsuwa, which is a real nice Japanese market in Edgewater, New Jersey, and got some nice manga, some Yu-Gi-Oh manga, got some
Ooh,
nice food.
ooh,
They have some really good udon there, some pork cutlet, rice and curry,
ooh,
and ramen. Just
ooh.
really good stuff there.
Nice.
But yeah, that's how my week went.
Yippee! Yeah, I guess that's. So I guess we can hop in, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'll
I'm
say it.
ready.
Oh yeah, but for everyone, this week and for the next 2 episodes after this one, we're gonna be doing 11 issues, so that we can end off with issue 50 on the third. Yeah, third on episode. What would that be? Episode 6. Yeah, so on the sixth one,
Yeah.
we'll be ending with let's say episode 50. We're not watching a TV show on issue 50, just because that's like the end of like a big part of this. But anyway, let's go to issue 32.
Oh boy.
What'd you think of issue 32?
Um, well, it kind of like I was I got so confused because it just like went off into such like a weird plot because I was like, "Yo, Mutski appearance. We
Yeah,
got
dude, it
the
was.
the pup."
We also got the man of caves.
Yeah, like what? That's where I started like questioning where the plot was going for this issue. I was like, "Why we got Mutski appearance and now Caveman?
Yeah,
What?"
and then this is this where also he gets Mutsky back, or is that a
Yeah,
few
this is the
issues later?
issue he gets Mutski back
Yeah,
because then they like I think Mutski shakes hands with the caveman at the end, and like
yeah.
yeah,
Named Moby.
oh
Real
my god,
creative name,
Moby,
guys.
because he's like the Mobius bear or something like that.
Yeah, but it'd be like it's kind of crazy they revived him. Like when he just die of disease or kill them with disease, you know.
Yeah, like I I don't know.
That one
Thinking
in
about it
fiction it
too
never happened.
seriously. Yeah,
Yeah,
but the one of the funny part is when they like first see the caveman to begin with, Antoine is just being like how did these freedom fighters live so long? Because
I don't know,
Antoine
man.
just like doesn't look where he's going, proceeds to trip and fall down like a snowy hill till he sees the caveman, and Tails is just like, look, Antoine's doing a sonic spin. Like,
Yeah. Like, oh my God, man. Like, honestly, I think you could just say Antoine and just Antoine, and you can just understand how do they live so long. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, Antoine's just an idiot.
yeah,
He's so dumb. He's, he wants to play judge, but he's stupid.
just like enough said after that. Just Antoine, just
Just Antoine.
there, end
Yeah.
it there.
Then we have the rotor.
The rotor
Yeah,
plot? No,
the
no, no.
rotor plot.
Before
So,
that,
no, I'll get to that. I want to talk
oh,
about.
we
I
want.
don't want to talk
Okay,
about it.
oh, all right. Rotor plot line.
Yeah, rotor flatline. He got the Trojan horse.
That was cool. That was
That was
funny.
funny. He's like, wait, so they weren't? Those were normal guys. They were not. They were not another group of freedom fighters.
No, that's the they're not like another group
They
of
were like
freedom
just
fighters. They
other
were the
Arctic
Arctic
guys.
group that no, I think it's the same Arctic group that they found at the in the cave during the issue where Robotnik freezes over the whole land.
Yeah, I think. So.
Because
No,
it's
wait.
just yeah, because the polar bear is from that group, remember?
Yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it's the same group. We just don't have the other guys.
Yeah, it was so that was. I mean, it was cool to see some people, but I mean, it was kind of weird. I think they like. I know it's like that was like written by Gallagher, so it was kind of supposed to be more jokey, but like it feels like it was kind of too easy. Like I think it
Yeah.
felt like there was supposed to be more time dedicated to it, and a certain someone pushed more space in for his teases.
Oh my God, the 50th Archimedes tease.
Me when Archimedes. Oh my God! Could that be Archimedes?
No
Whoa!
way.
That's the Chaotix walking to it. It's literally for like 5 issues. It's just like 4 pages of them going, "Oh my God! Could Archimedes be this? I wonder what is happening." Like I don't care. They're just nothing burgers.
Yeah, and like I don't even gotta say much about this spot because like first off, I already don't care because Archimedes has been like nudged at for the past like 10 issues straight.
See,
And then the other thing is oh my God, when you're looking at other things when you're not reading this
oh
book,
right when like when
when
I
you're
showed
like
you the IDW silver art,
yeah, you showed me IDW Silver, like the recent
the
issue, how good
76,
he
yeah,
looks. Yeah, and I'm reading here, and I'm like, all right,
yeah,
this art isn't bad.
dude,
And then I get to Penders and Archimedes, and I'm like, bro, Vector,
dude, I cannot
his
tell
arms
you.
look like they're sinking into his
I
shoulders.
cannot tell you the whiplash I experienced seeing Aaron Hammerstrom's godly penciling in IDW 76, and then this morning, going to see the Knuckles miniseries, which actually is not drawn by whatever. There's a few pages drawn by Penders. That's mostly good though. But like going
Yeah,
from Ian and Aaron's like writing and art to just Penders' writing, I'm just like, dude,
yeah,
what
it's
whiplash? Or just like what I was reading yesterday and with Penders' penciling, he's just like some of them that is not bad. I think his Sonic is okay, but everyone else just looks weird. It's like they're a little too tall.
yeah, it's like it's when he gets like full creative just
Freedom
yeah, freedom, like when he's able to do the writing and the pencils, it's just like, dude, this does
doesn't look
not
good,
look good.
and you can't believe it gets even worse. Like if you look at the Lara Sue Chronicles, dear lord,
I don't even need to get into it. I don't
wow,
like I
it's
just want to
just
know how your art like how you can like regress as an artist. Like even if
it's
it's a
like
style thing, it's just not a pretty style.
it, yeah, and I'm fine with it not being a pretty style, but it's just like he's trying to force a style that doesn't work for these characters.
Yeah.
And it's like I know this is it's like 1996. In America, there's not really much of a predefined style for Sonic at this point, but like
But
the
it's like
rest
this
of
is
the
just what his style is
yeah,
for
the
like
rest of the comic
years.
looks consistent. He is like a massive outlier in the comics
Yeah.
art.
Like sure there can be moments where the art looks bad, but it's like it's never as bad as when we get to Penders because Penders just doesn't like understand the anatomy of these characters sometimes.
Yeah, it's like you can talk about how Archie characters don't have designs that reflect Sonic characters, but at least they all like are drawn well or at least look consistent with like from issue to issue for the most part. But
Yeah.
he's just like you just know when Penders is drawing, which can be a good thing for some artists, but with him, it's just like it's just distracting.
It's like there are art styles that are like quote unquote bad or like nasty on purpose. His art style is just like if it were anything else, I'd probably be like, okay, that's cool. Like if he was drawing like humans with like the
Yeah,
like
it's
kind of
like
like
exactly.
nasty.
It's like he wants to draw humans in
Yeah, because like I've
Sonic.
seen like adult shows that are drawn that way, and like it's not my thing, but like plenty of people like that stuff. But like
Hmm.
just seeing his new stuff, like his Scourge drawing with wings, I was
Good
just like,
lord! Oh
dude.
my god,
I
that
was just like, it
was
does not look good,
oh.
man. It's like your
I think it's the
coloring might be
face.
good, but it's just your style.
I
Just
I,
no.
I think it's the faces because
Yeah,
like he has the general proportions enough where you could be like, all right, that's a decent drawing, but then the face is completely different to how the rest of the styling is, so it just looks
yeah.
not good.
Like the other thing is like I spoke to like Ava about this, and it was like because I showed off that panel like with Ken Pender's art, and she was like, Espia's hands are really detailed. Like he's good at drawing hands,
Yeah.
but like nothing else.
Uh, To the audience, Ava is Rusty on Twitter, who drew the amazing video art. Follow on Twitter. Shameless
Indeed,
plug.
very
Um,
cool person.
for now, that's enough about Penders' art
Yeah,
because we can
let's
talk more about that later.
yeah,
Let-
yeah. There's more later down the line. Let's move on to 33. There's better stuff
Mick
to talk about.
Robos.
Yeah,
Let's
McRobos.
go. Give me some Mick Robos in real life. Probably better than McDonald's.
For real. I just I love this whole issue
Dude,
honestly.
it reminded
The
me
the
of that one Magic School Bus episode.
yeah, like it was just like a really comedic issue the whole time
Mm-hmm.
because I was like,
Oh,
dude,
that was also the
they,
hockey one.
oh my God, yeah. But like French fries.
Oh my god. Antibodies.
Antibodies makes me
It's
go
like, oh my god. And
crazy.
then when he uses Rotor, he makes Rotor sneeze so he can hit the switch because he's too small.
Yeah, but I just think it's like I wrote this down and still looking at the note makes me go wild because just Robotnik makes a fast food joint called McRobos that sells French fries laced with robot germs to
Yeah.
poison the gang after they got tired of Sonic's leftover chili
Dude,
dogs.
it's insane. Like,
Like, what is that plot line?
it's amazing. It's a perfect for compared to what we get later. So
Yeah.
it's real. I don't know. It's just really funny. It's like they're all just so tired of his chili dogs. They are willing to go to McRobos.
Yeah, but like the other thing is like, I don't know if I'm the only one that like, I hope you notice this too, because I feel like Sonic has just been progressively becoming more of an asshole.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
like first off,
To
it
Moby,
just
he was so mean.
oh my
He was
God,
so mean to
Tomobi,
Moby.
he was such an asshole. It's like, dude, that's a caveman who doesn't fucking understand you. But
Yeah,
when in the French virus, Rotor like flops down when he's like passing out like
yeah.
from the sickness, and he goes, "Everyone else has
Oh,
succumbed.
son.
I held out till you got back, but I'm fading. Save us, son." And then he goes, "I will." And by the way, it's Sonic.
It's like he
Like,
did
dude,
this in
he's
the gag
dying.
era, but he was like it was more, I guess, not charming, but like more less mean spirited. Now he just seems like he's genuinely pissed off that Rotor said Son instead of Sonic.
Yeah, like, dude, this is not the time for an actually. You are facing off the COVID, like the
Oh my
like the,
god.
the outbreak of your like
The
world.
pandemic 25 years
Yeah,
earlier.
literally wearing a mask. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
and this time it's
get
not like fashion.
dude needs to get over himself.
Yeah, and then the sea story was a perfect Snively issue.
Oh my
This,
God, the ice hockey plot
that
was
was so
so
fun. And then like
that was
Snively's
so
like,
cute.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I thought that was so wholesome,
He's like, I
honestly.
just want to play ice hockey, man. I am not allowed to have fun. I'm like, yeah, you go, Snively. You're evil, but yeah, you go, man.
Yeah, and then him being like when Robotnik like tagged in, he was like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm rooting for your side here. And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, he's so I love Snibbly.
Yeah. But I thought the freedom fighters were kind of stupid in it because like um this is a hockey match for their lives and Sally doesn't let Tails trip the SWAT bot.
Yeah, like they have like standards suddenly, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
dude, I get that it's a hockey match and that there are quote
But you're
unquote
hawking for your
rules, but
lives,
like they're also not playing with the rules, the robots,
and you're gonna die.
and
It's
and
like
either way, you guys kill these robots constantly because they have they
they
don't
have
have
no
a
free will.
soul.
Yeah, right. It's just
Yeah,
like they're unlike the game ones. They're not even like animals. They're just robots.
yeah, those are just the robots. Like anybody who's roboticized stays in Robotropolis.
Yeah, so it's
But,
like
but
you
yeah.
could afford to destroy some swap bots.
Yeah, and then I might as well bring it up before we move on from the issue.
Mini
I
story.
wrote down the note, how much more Archimedes buildup can I
Okay,
handle?
hold on. I don't remember exactly what the panels were, but was that Archimedes or was that Locke? I feel like in that one it might have been Locke, considering we get some Locke in the Knuckles miniseries.
It might have been luck, but regardless, it was
Regardless, I
more
don't
buildup.
care.
Yeah, it was more buildup in that general
Good
direction,
lord.
and I'm just like, dude, this is
There was
like
there
this
was
feels like the Jimmy Neutron bit where it's like, this is the 10th time you've
You're
brought
right.
this to
Yeah.
show and tell.
I don't care that they're building things up over a lot of issues. It's just that every time it happens, it's almost always a nothing burger of a tease. It's the same tease happening over and over again. Because Knuckles has to re explain what happened for half of the pages. Because if you didn't read the last issue, you don't know what the hell is happening.
It's insane to
It's.
me because
There's
like
only one good tease. There's only one good tease, but we'll get to
only
it
one.
later.
Like I feel it is so silly to me that I'm already feeling so frustrated. I'm sitting here like we are not even at
We're not.
50 yet and there's 580 issues of this series.
Yeah.
This is gonna we're gonna there's gonna be episodes where we're just going insane.
Dude, I am not ready for when we hit full, like, tilt on this comic, and I'm gonna be praying to get to the Ian Flynn stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in for a mess, because I can already tell, but, like, oh my,
Yeah,
whatever.
we're already getting to the slightly annoying stuff.
Yeah. I guess we can talk about Supersonic versus Hyper Knuckles.
The
Okay,
goated special.
before we get to the actual plot, I want to say, in general for this week, the Spaz covers peak. Spaz and
Yes.
Arvo, their covers are so good, and the table of contents. Okay, what's it called? I told you to read it through Sonic Selects Book 2, but I didn't. I wasn't sure yet, so I pulled it up on another site. And you know how there's the last page of the one where it's in the back, Sonic and Knuckles are in the background in their super forms.
Yeah.
That's from the table of contents page for the special.
Mm.
I was gonna say that art is also peak. Like
Yeah,
even though
just
Supersonic's quills aren't spiked up, the art is like, oh my lord.
the Sonic Select art in general was good. Like the
Oh yeah, the
cover of
cover.
that
I
book.
love the cover
Yeah,
of that. It was so
yeah,
nice.
it was really nice. But like in general, like all the covers were really good this week, and like oh my god, I loved how like Knuckles was drawn and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of like
Like how long
either
his dreads are.
either like yeah either like whether it be like the cover or like a detailed like first page artwork. I
Yes,
forget which issue has it. It's like
I think it was one of Knuckles ones. Yeah.
it's probably the Knuckles special miniseries where like I think it's like the very first page. And it just looks so detailed and
Mm-hmm.
good, and then it says and featuring the Chaotix. But like the Knuckles art, like it
It's
showed like the
crazy.
lines, like the like bend in lines
Mm-hmm.
of the gloves being over his like arm, and I'm just like, dude, this art goes
This
hard.
is why I'm like
What?
Spaziante is definitely like one of the best artists to ever work on this franchise.
And like
He's
it's
just
also why like when I see Penders I get more of a headache because like I
other
get
people
it,
get this so
right?
well.
Like I get that this is early on, but you
Well,
don't
okay.
have a right to be
No,
that bad.
even if it's early on, everyone else does a good job. Even Manic, whose art has been a little weird sometimes, has pretty much gotten the hang of drawing these characters at this point. I think
Yeah.
Mahini draws the art for the miniseries, and he does pretty good job. Everyone looks normal. Like what happened?
Yeah, like I never have a problem with the other artists. It's just like
It's Penders.
sure
It's
it's not
just
like
Penders.
yeah, like sure like the other arts might not be like the best things ever, but they get what they're doing. But it's like it's when I see the really detailed art that I'm even more so on
Hmm.
that line of just like it doesn't matter how like early on this comic was. The fact that you can make that good of an of an art
Oh,
piece,
next,
whether it be the cover or first
yeah.
page, like dude,
Like I know it's obviously just for, it's obviously easier to draw super detailed stuff when you're
Yeah, because
only
like a
doing the
cover
cover and
page type
first.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're only doing one or two drawings, making it a lot easier than when you're drawing a bunch of pages. But like
but you could do it better like
Mahini does a
non-detailed.
great job in the miniseries, like I've been saying.
Yeah.
So it's just like it just pisses me off when Pender's just like doesn't draw that well. And next week we're getting the Metal Madness, and if you look at any of the art in that special, as from like Spaz Deontay, it's just like, dude, it's just he's so good at drawing, and I just look at Pender's and I'm just like, bro, you could do better. I can tell you can do better.
Yeah, it gives off like the vibe of like he doesn't care.
Yeah, I can't tell if he doesn't care or if he just wants to like do it this way. But either way, we're going off topic from the
Yeah.
special. This special, the
Yeah.
the A story, amazing.
Hmm.
I loved it. It was so fun.
It's so good. It's just I don't even know what to say. It's just like it's all really good.
Hyper
It's
Knuckles
all
used Hyper Knuckles.
but like also like oh yeah, no, Hyper Knuckles used Hyper Knuckles. I forgot about that. He starts spinning his hands and I'm
Yep.
like, "Oh my God, you're
Let's
still
go.
doing that." But the I think the moment that was cute to me was like Sally being like me like he hasn't changed since those summers we spent together and Sonic was like, "You
Like
spent
what?
time with Knuckles?" And she goes,
Look at
no,
this.
focus on your job." And then they're both like,
He
"He cares,
cares.
she cares." I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's cute. Maybe
Hmm.
if we could not get the Jeffrey St. John build up going,
Oh,
that'd be
shut up! You
nice."
reminded me he existed. Why would you do this to me? No, he was gone this week. I had purged him from my brain.
He
What is
was
wrong with
gone,
you?
but he'll be back. You,
He'll be back at some
we can't escape him. We have to remember that all this build up is just for turmoil later.
Anyway, yeah, a small complaint I had about the special was at the beginning there were a lot of editors' notes,
Oh
like
yeah,
a lot. But I guess it's because you could just jump into this from whenever because it's a special and not a numbered issue.
yeah,
All I want to say is, bro, Tails, no one cares. You met his ancestor. That was like, okay,
yeah.
cool. I don't
He
care.
brought that up out of like nowhere.
He's like,
It's like
Knuckles
that
shows up.
didn't
I met his ancestor, buddy. Who asked?
like gave no significance whatsoever until like slightly later on in
I
like a
mean,
different issue
did
where
it
like
really
Sonic's
though?
like no,
It's
it
the
didn't matter
ancient
if Sonic,
walkers did not have. He was not there. That's
yeah,
fine. But also I noticed the special retcons a few things, but I think for the better.
oh yeah,
Because Uncle Chuck, they said in the beginning Uncle Chuck made the rings.
oh yeah,
Um,
it retconned that.
yeah, that's a good retcon because I it's a little weird. But
Yeah,
I
because
guess you could
like
say that.
even later on they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, 'cause I guess you could say that Chuck is like the one who brought them near Knothole. Maybe like he made his own portal.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that'd be a better like way of looking at it.
And then also, Sally last time Knuckles showed up, she did not know who Knuckles was, but you could just say she was lying. Um,
Yeah,
I think it's better. It's probably better that she knows who he is. But we'll see where that goes. I don't know where that's actually building up to. Um, Also, you were talking about Sonic being an asshole.
oh my God, he
He
just
attacked
shows up
him
and
for no
un
reason.
unprovoked. Sally tells him from the get-go,
Talk.
don't rush into
Oh
things.
my
And
god.
he just sees
He
Knuckles,
socks
basically
him.
goes, "Hey, what's up?" Bam!
Boom.
And
No,
I'm
he doesn't even
like,
say what's up.
dude,
He punches him and says what's up afterwards. He's like, I am required to read this legal document. Like, Knuckles was in the right. I would also punch a hole through that document if I just got punched in the face and was also told blah, 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 legal stuff.
yeah, like, dude didn't even give a like damn about the legal stuff he had to say. He was just like, blah blah blah, legal stuff.
So I want you to
Anyways,
talk. Yeah, and you know
yeah,
what? Kill yourself, Sonic. I would also punch you in the face.
like another case of him just getting progressively worse. And then I think the really funny part about this issue though was Robotnik's one-page cameo.
Oh yeah, where he was like, I need to call my agent.
Yeah, like the robots like uh I forget what he brings up. He brings up about the waves of energy
Hmm.
from the Clash and Robotnik's like, "You know what I'm upset about? I'm upset that this is a 48-page special and I get a one-page cameo.
Yeah, that
Get
was
my
funny.
agent on the phone."
That was funny.
Yeah.
Also, when Sonic used the super peel out on Knuckles, he's like, "How do you feel about my
Oh,
super peel out? I ate it." Like,
Yeah,
and
like
it's a number 8, and I'm like, oh my
it's like
god.
wow. It's like great.
But the
So
fight was really
clever.
fun though. When they
Mm,
get like they go to the zone and there's just like a million chaos emeralds and rings.
yeah, that was cool.
And also the crazy power scaling that happens in this. They literally collapse a reality.
Yeah, that's
Like,
insane.
like I don't know how big that zone was, but like, they still like destroyed it complete. Like it's gone. It's
Yeah,
not there
erased it
anymore.
from existence.
Yeah.
Like that. Like we're not even like 40 whatever issues into Sonic, and like we're already sitting here at the point of reality bending.
Yeah, it's insane. We get more reality bending later, but
Of course,
uh
but like we know Archie power scaling
oh,
goes
it's
crazy,
insane.
but
Yeah.
it already at an insane point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say it's like again with the Supersonic's quills are down, which is kind of weird considering I think issue 4 got the quills being up correctly, but like the art is
Yeah.
still really good, so I'm willing to overlook it this one time.
Mm.
Oh yeah, when I think Sonic was like when Knuckles became Hyper Knuckles, and Sonic was like, "Imposter, copycat, your powers can't compare to mine." Like, all right, buddy. Yeah, like he's like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna super shut you up once and for all.
Like I don't even know.
Uh,
Like Super, like not even Super. Sonic in general, like he gets so like I don't know.
Dude,
He gets so
he was
attached to his
pulling.
spotlight.
Yeah, he was pulling Knuckles' dreads on the pinup. It was so mean.
Yeah, like
Also, yeah,
I don't know
Sonic is
why
just.
he's such an yeah, he's such an asshole.
I think
Just
it's because they're trying to play up his attitude and overconfidence as it was in like America. But
yeah.
like now it's getting to a point where it's kind of sometimes it's ridiculous because later he's kind of fine, but like it really depends on his mood. He's like I guess he's more like a normal teenager, but just like we'll have to see where he goes from here.
Yeah, 'cause like right now he feels like a spotlight hog. Like the second like Knuckles goes Hyper Knuckles, he's like he gets so like
Oh,
pressed about it. He's
yeah,
like, "No, I'm the only one that can go super. What is this?" And it's
right.
like, dude,
It's like it's not that
really?
serious. Come.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's funny going from like game Sonic's personality where he's just kind of chill to this where he just needs all the glory no matter what.
Like it is so far off from Sonic's actual personality. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why people have complaints about Archie Sonic's personality, but like it
Yeah.
is also just made at a completely different point. That's pretty much why I'm willing to overlook it because it's just like it's not
Yeah,
really
they
fair.
didn't have much to go off of it. It's not like
Yeah,
the main focal point. It's just the only focal point here is that he's a dick.
yeah, dude. Oh, that's like an understatement. Also,
Yeah.
I brought up the pinup like for a second, but I may have just been blind, but I think they forgot to draw Knuckles' like arm because you know how like Sonic's pulling on one of his arms and he's pulling on like the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find Knuckles' other arm anywhere,
Uh,
and I don't know if it's just I can't see it, but like I couldn't find it. I tried overlooking it like 4 or 5 times. I even went to the select book. I tried looking for it there. I couldn't find his other arm.
that's weird. Just like a slip up, I guess.
I guess because like the rest of it looks really good, so I guess he probably just forgot to draw it. It's kind of funny how he just doesn't have an arm. Oh my
Mm.
god! And also Knuckles when Sonic was like he's gonna use his super peel out again. He's like trying to describe how he's gonna do it, and Knuckles is like, and I can use my whirling fists like wheels and my feet like feet.
It's yeah, it's like
Like
dude, you didn't even need to say your feet like feet then. You just needed to say I could use my fists as wheels and kick you.
nah, it's funny to say my feet like feet.
True.
But yeah, then they just kind of blow up the universe and just get ejected, and Knuckles is gone. And I'm like, damn, okay,
Mm.
kind of raw. And then we get to the Beast.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, I think this was the only tease that wasn't. Oh wait, no. There's one other tease where stuff happens. There's like a flashback in this one, right? Was this the one with Locke or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one actually showed Locke. So I'm like, okay, actual like tease is happening. I thought Penders' art wasn't that bad in this one.
Mm.
It was, yeah, it was just kind of like it was fine. For the rest of the rest of the special was peak, so we can like it was
Yeah,
alright.
can move on.
We can move on from that. It was pretty good special. Have we gone to a bad special at this point? I feel like all of them have been like
Yeah, no, all of them
good.
have just been good.
Yeah, we got issue
I've no
34.
complaints.
Did Uncle Chuck have the mohawk before, like in his robot form?
Maybe once. I think it depends on the artist.
Yeah, because I feel like after this point, I feel like he always had the mohawk in his robot form, and I'm just like, I don't remember him having it, but I also wasn't paying too much attention.
Yeah, because he's not necessarily like in a lot of panels, so it's
Yeah.
like it's hard to remember that one. That one I'm gonna give a hard maybe, and it probably depends on who's drawing him.
hmm Well, because after this, he gets consistent. That's why I'm more like, huh. But
Uh,
anyway, is this the issue where Robotnik? This is the issue where Robotnik looks really weird, right? The one where he
General
gets
Robotnik.
this yeah, this is General Robotnik in the Combots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
this
one
is
where he looks like he's chewing tobacco.
this is weird because I like I don't know. That was a weird A story.
Yeah,
Um,
this whole thing just was like I don't
Dulcie's just
even
in
know.
it, I guess, like a little bit,
Yeah,
maybe.
she's like with the gargoyle statue, just listening
And then
over
she
it,
suddenly
and
has
it's
a
like
bad memory, and now it says lunch and stuff. I'm
yeah,
just like, bro,
and then also disappears for the rest of the plot. She
and
only
never shows
serves
up
to
for
like
another issue.
yeah, only serves to like just say that.
Yeah, it was strange. This is also yeah, with Robotnik's head. This is like the first time an artist has actively drawn him really weird.
Mm.
Like this is it feels like it's trying to be a fusion of the actual game Eggman design and the like American Robotnik one because his head looked like more of a circle,
Yeah,
but also trying
yeah.
to keep the chin of the American one. It was weird, but like the design never shows up again, so I guess it's fine. I don't know.
I thought the design was just fine to me.
Oh, it was. I looked at it. I think it was like 1 a.m. and I was just like, what the hell?
That whole like just that the whole shot of him being like a general with the army
Yeah.
of combots behind him
It's
is
like it's
like, dude.
General Robotnik snivelly. He's like, "Oh, sorry, sir." Like, my Lord Robotnik. And then he's, I think was he almost beat them, and they reverse it, and then he's like, "No, my combots."
Yeah,
It was,
yeah, because they like it's such a weird plot. Because like I agree with Sally where it's like, when were you gonna tell me this plan? Where
yeah.
like they were
Oh
like
yeah, we're,
Robotnik reverses Uncle Chuck and Mutsky back to their original
mm-hmm.
robot
But they had
states.
the Neuro Overrider.
Yeah, they had neuro overriders, which like
That was cool use of it.
yeah, like I'm glad that came back. Like thank God that wasn't like just
Useless.
a one-off thing. Like it makes sense to actually put them on the robots where they probably won't fall off like they did with
Sally.
yeah, with Sally. It's just like but like I don't know, it was just silly because like like just a moment where it's like, dude, we didn't know any of this. When did this get talked about?
I mean, I get yeah. It's supposed to be like a reveal of like, oh, to the reader, look, they knew. But I don't know. It's just kind of like it was kind of rushing for time.
Yeah, it felt like just not really
hmm
anything happened.
It felt like
It
yeah,
was
they were
just
trying to
like
go back to the status quo.
yeah, it was more just like now Uncle Chuck can go back to spying in Robotropolis, and I'm like, I feel
Okay.
like he could have just done that as
Well,
is.
no,
Like,
because I think Robotnik knew he was free, right? Because remember he
like
worked with him.
yeah,
Yeah, he worked to get him free from the void. So
mm,
Robotnik would have been like, "Why are you here? You're not part of my control."
yeah, that's true.
So I guess it makes sense. But yeah, this is the issue where actual stuff happens to the like in the this yeah one of the only flashbacks in the where Knuckles actually gets like teases.
Oh, we actually got good stuff with
Well, I wouldn't say good, but like
better
actual
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, stuff
Yeah,
actually happens. Um,
yes,
some of the echidnas were like really weirdly drawn.
yeah.
They were just like really big, I guess. And they all look like Knuckles, which I guess makes sense, but like it's also like how am I supposed to tell them apart?
That's the neat part.
You
You
don't.
don't.
I don't know, whatever.
But it was nice little backstory stuff. Made it gave us a little bit more and
Which
how
part of
they
the
got the
backstory
island
was it? Yeah,
floating and
that's how they
stuff.
got it floating, right?
Yeah, so they got it floating and evaded the comet. That's like them being like they like Knuckles was like we had so much technology and stuff, and it shows the scientists
Yeah.
like looking at the sky and being like, oh, a comet's coming. We need to plan
Oh
this
yeah, then they were
out.
like, space is so big and there's nothing there.
Yeah, and that's them like mining the Chaos Emeralds and stuff.
hmm
this also like says basically that Chaos Emeralds are like
Infinite.
very like yeah, they're just everywhere at least before the
And
comet hit.
they're all green.
Yeah, they're all green and that there's just an
You
infinite
see,
amount of them
yeah,
that you
I
can
know.
mine.
Well, it's like they're all green, and I know this gets retconned as to why they're all green, but it's just really funny knowing the eventual reason.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're just all green, and they weren't like, oh yeah, it's the Master Armor. Like, no, they're just all green.
Yep.
Like, okay, sure, whatever. I guess it's like it wasn't bad. It was just like, actual stuff happened. It was an actual Knuckles story included this time instead of 4 pages of Knuckles.
Yeah, I think that's why I thought it was good because I was just like finally
Something
something
happened that wasn't
different.
just the Chaotix have been kidnapped. Archimedes has been teasing me. Who is Archimedes? Like, bro, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like,
Nor
dude,
do I ever
we
care.
we knew, we know this.
Yeah. It's issue 35 time. Almost there,
Yeah.
almost there. 1 billion rings. Goddamn. Like,
Yeah,
I, I know it's supposed to be an absurd number, but that's like an absurd number. Like,
like
holy shit.
yeah, like I don't know how like Sonic has hit that number already.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's probably been adventuring for a while, but yeah, I
Like
don't know, it's
maybe
just
because
funny.
he's super fast that he's just been like frequently
Just bling, bling,
picking them
bling, bling,
up
bling,
like
bling.
crazy.
I guess because he doesn't discount them if he gets hit, he just counts them no matter what.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why. But I don't know, it's just kind of funny. But I like how the billionth ring just sends him to another dimension, just like no warning. It's like, yeah, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, I forgot the pterodactyl guy was an ancient walker the first time I saw him. I'm just like, who am I looking at? I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Sonic goes, "The Ancient Walker,"
Walker.
and it's
Wait,
like,
how did he know who they were?
yeah,
Wait, did
it
he see
like
them? I forget.
I don't think he saw them.
Wait,
I think he got told about them by Tails, but like that
oh,
shouldn't
hold
be
on.
enough that he
I
knows.
think there was one time he saw them, right? Where that was the first appearance where they didn't talk, or was that Knuckles?
I thought that was
I
Knuckles.
think that's Knuckles. Whatever.
Yeah, that was Knuckles
Yeah, it
because
was
then
Knuckles and it was
Tails
Tails.
is the second one to see them. Yeah, so I think
I guess
Sonic
Tails told
goes.
him.
Yeah, I think Sonic goes like the ancient walkers from like what Tails said, and like I'm like okay on one hand, but like on the other hand, how do you immediately know who that is just from
Hmm.
being told them? Like that, you
It's
took
really
one
odd.
good look at
I
that
mean,
guy and
maybe
said
Tails
ancient
was like their
walker.
weird guys with masks on their faces.
Yeah, I could accept that.
Yeah, I don't know. What I thought was funny was Sonic's eyes of Chaos Emeralds. Like when he
Hmm.
looked into the ocean, it was like, wait a minute, this is not an ocean, it's Chaos Emeralds. And he just like, oh my god.
Yeah, the Sea of Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah. It was kind of weird seeing the ring have a mind of its own. Like it's kind of doing whatever it needed to do
Oh
to keep
yeah,
itself
like an
alive.
actual will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess how the Chaos Emeralds function now, where they have wills. They mentioned vertical and horizontal. It's the first time in a while there's been any mention of them.
Oh god.
I honestly
I
wonder if
just
when they'll show up. There's no way they're gone forever, right?
no,
Yeah.
totally not.
Oh, right. Oh my god, this funny part. Where he's like, you may ask of me one question. Just one. The answer to your question is yes. I'm like, oh my god. That kind of
Yeah.
just like monkey's paw.
Yeah, it's like yep, that's how that would work, I guess.
Yep.
And then he uh, uh like what is with Sonic? That's just what I want to know. Sometimes he's like intellectual thinker, and then
Yeah,
other
right.
times
He's like
he's
really
just like
stupid.
yeah, he's just stupid asshole.
Yep.
It's like this time he was like he started thinking way harder for everything. He was like, "Yes, maybe that's the true answer. That nothing is fair." And I'm like, "Sonic, what are you talking about?"
Yeah. I don't know, man. I thought, okay, what were the ancient walkers even yapping on him about again?
That's what I don't even know.
I'll say I liked that their speech bubbles were weird.
Yeah, like I thought
Um,
it was cool. Like it was a whole like epiphany thing about the origin of the rings, I guess. But like
yeah, wait. I think that's what.
I think it was about the origin of the rings, and that's what like Sonic wants to find out after that.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. Because I think they thought it was like maybe connected with the Zone of Silence, right?
maybe,
I don't, I don't know. Whatever. It was weird. It wasn't like bad. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, right. There was when he blows up Robotnik, it's Roboomnik.
yeah.
That was entertaining. But yeah, there was like it was strange. It wasn't bad, but like it was just kind of weird. It kind of nowhere. Um, and then I guess we go back to the Knuckles stuff where it's I didn't realize it was 11 Chaos Emeralds at first. Or no, it was 12 Chaos Emeralds at first. I'm just like, god damn. This is where Dimitri blows himself up, right? I think
Yeah.
so, right? Yeah, because I have written down that like the power of 11 Chaos Emeralds must be insane, even beyond what he does.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I have at the end, uh, Dimitri crashes out and destroys the emeralds, absorbing their power.
It really was a crash out. He was just the Knuckles judge was just kind of like, no. He's like, what? No? Oh my god! How dare you? And then dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Me when I crash out and accidentally absorb 11 reality altering gems. Like my god. Also, I didn't realize at this point it was Enerjack. Like part of me in my head was like, this sounds familiar. But until we got to like Knuckles issue 1, I was like, wait a minute.
I know.
That's when I
Uh,
realized that.
I got so hyped when that happened, but I'll talk about that later. Yeah, no, I did not realize it was him either.
Because I'm like, I remember Dimitri was related to Enerjack in some way. But I wasn't like it didn't fully hit me until like we see that like glimpse of him. But anyway, like yeah,
Hmm.
this one wasn't it was not a bad tease either because the actual stuff's happening again. But again, I'm just like kind of over it at this point. I just want the Knuckles miniseries to start so we can just get whatever the hell the build up is out of the way. Yeah, it was not a bad issue. It was just kind of like strange.
Hmm.
The I guess issue 36 time.
Indeed, it is.
Um, oh right, the cover for this one was also crazy with the rider, or I guess it was King Acorn, as we find
Yeah.
out. But yeah, the like the way it's drawn is like crazy. Um, I wasn't at first. It was kind of weird. It wasn't clarifying whether the rider was like part of the disturbance or if it was like actually part of the zone of silence. I don't know. It was a
Uh,
little strange. I mean, I once they reveal it's King Acorn, I think it's just like he's just there and lost his mind.
yeah.
But
But yeah, no.
what'd you think of that? Like that A story, I guess.
I thought it was cool, but like maybe
This
a
fe-
little confusing in
this
a
feels
good
Mondo
amount of stuff.
weird.
Yeah, and like I don't know the fact that like Robotnik actually didn't like betray anyone this time
Yeah,
around.
I
Like,
was surprised. I know I expected Robotnik to try and betray them, but I was surprised he was willing to trust them that easily. But I guess it's because he knows that they're not going to pull anything.
yeah, and I think he like understood that there was no way they were gonna get King Acorn back.
Yeah. Actually, something I did like was that there was a clarification on the void versus the zone of silence.
Oh yeah, no, that was nice. That was a
'Cause,
good
yeah,
part. I
we were
completely
confused
forgot
on
about
that.
that. Because I think that was at the very beginning, and Rhoda
Yeah,
was like, "Actually, I don't think you were ever
he's like you
in
were
the
there, but like on the outer part, which is like it might as well be its own thing. And I'm like, all right, that's a
yeah
good clarification.
yeah
I was surprised it was King Acorn actually. I was like when they
yeah." No,
knocked the helmet off, I was
I
like,
got pleasantly surprised too. I was like, "Damn,
I was like, oh my god, he's attacking his daughter. That's gotta be crazy for Sally though, right? First time you see your dad in who knows how long, and he's like
he
attacking
tries to
you.
kill you."
Yeah,
Yeah
like he almost does. Like Sonic has to like explode.
yeah, it's insane.
Speaking of insane, God is canon to Archie.
Oh boy.
Because we guess that when Dimitri loses to the ants. I actually like that he lost to the ants.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I thought that was funny.
yeah, it was, and then like I think what's the other guy's name? What was his brother's name?
Uh, oof, wait, thinking it was Edmund.
Yes, Edmund. I think Edmund is the one who mentions God. I don't remember the exact sentence, but someone says God, and I'm like, God is canon.
No way.
It was just so strange for this universe. I know it's not what they were thinking of, but oh yeah. Also, they're like, oh, we're banishing our tech, and the way they move their tech is by caravan.
Yeah, that's
Like
so funny. Like them bringing it down to
they're
like
just
underground.
normal ass cars. I'm like, oh my god. Wait, so they leave the cars there? Did they? Do you think they drove them back? Because I can't use tech anymore.
Uh,
They
I
probably
would
just left it
assume
there.
that they left them there. Yeah,
It'd be funny if they were like, oh, no more tech, but these cars are pretty useful. I don't know, but then we finally, the teases are over.
it's about
That's why
time.
we get to Middles the Echidna, issue 1.
It's been so long.
Oh, my first thought, I'm like, cool cover. Opens the book. The text crawls, no!
Yeah, the giant page of text.
Dude, they just say nothing.
It's just
It's
not necessary to read
yap.
it.
It's the yap.
Yeah,
Issues
like
issue 1 was okay because it's issue 1. After that, I'm like, oh my god. Wait, let me scroll down on my notes. Which one is this? It was a Knuckles 3. A battle to be fought, with neither side offering or giving any quarter. Like, bro, shut up. Oh my god.
hmm
It was. They're just nothing. Like, it's not even like you're not funny like that's not funny. You're not like cool like the Star Wars ones. You're just like annoying. It's yeah. Well, I don't know what you think of Knuckles one.
I thought it was good, but I mean, I thought it was cooking actually
It was
because
cooking at
my
first.
goat fucking comes in.
You see, I have conflicted feelings about this whole miniseries because there's some cool stuff,
Of course.
but like, I'm gonna be real. Enerjack kind of fucking sucks in this.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
It was when I noticed it was him. I was like, "Holy shit! It's Enerjack!" I forgot he's like this early,
Yeah, I
and then
lost my mind.
yeah, I'm like, I knew you were gonna explode, so I didn't like, even like make a hint towards it.
Yeah, I didn't even say anything. I was waiting for this
Yeah,
because I was like, oh, peak
yeah. I
fish.
wrote in my notes my live reactions. It was like, is that guy Dimitri? Wait, is he Enerjack? Holy shit! It's Enerjack. It
So
was yeah,
good.
that was cool.
It was the moment I knew it was Enerjack is when he came out of the rubble of the mountain. It's
Mhm.
like his
It's like
silhouette. I was
silhouette,
like,
yeah.
is that him? And then him starting to fly with like the energy
Yeah,
around his hands
yeah.
and feet. I'm like, that's
That's him.
Enerjack.
Yeah,
Let's
basically
go.
it's like I saw the silhouette and I'm like, oh, Dimitri looks pretty cool. I'm like, wait a minute. That's Enerjack's silhouette.
Yeah, what
Oh.
now that we bring it up a little bit further, yes, when I saw Dimitri for the first time, I thought maybe Enerjack or whatever because of his dreads, because he has
Oh
like
yeah, he has
the
like
like
the
golden
long.
lines
Yeah.
and like
You're like,
the
wait a
like
minute.
ancestral stuff on like
Mm-hmm.
some of his clothes, and I was like, you look familiar,
Familiar. It
but
could
your
be like
name
an
is
ancestor.
Dimitri, and I don't know if I should
Dimitri.
assume you're
That's
Enerjack.
not Enerjack. That's Dimitri.
Yeah, like when he got the chaos energy, I was like, Enerjack, and they just showed like him being
Pink and
all like
green.
weird
Yeah.
energy thing, and I was like,
Like,
oh, you're
oh.
not Enerjack.
Oh my god, it's like, what's that one meme? You know what I'm talking about.
Uh,
It's like, that's what you were just like right now.
yeah, I'm trying to think. There's a few memes that I could think about. There's like, oh, what
Whatever,
am
you
I
know,
thinking of? Yeah, yeah, I get
vague
your point.
meme. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, anyway, let's, to get away from Enerjack, because I thought he was cool in issue 1. But the rest of the issue, I thought it wasn't that bad. It was fine. Knuckles holds a gun before Shadow. Almost 10
yep.
years, in fact. I guess the Shadow should get in the back because Knuckles was holding like an actual gun. He's like these strange blasters. I'm like, bro, it's just a gun,
I'm just, I'm just glad we're finally done with the Archimedes buildup.
dude. All for a guy. Okay, I I swear there either had to have been a different plan or something had to have happened because all of these teases building up for Archim. As cool as Enerjack could coming in was like it's so weird. All these teases were for Archimedes. All of a sudden to just pivot from him not being like that. Okay, he's like pretty major, but he's not like the super major focus that like I was expecting. And then like Enerjack just kind of takes center stage. So I
Yeah,
feel like something happened or the plans were changed because it just was kind of weird that he like everything. It's not even the Archimedes reveal gets that much of a whoa. It's just like oh, Knuckles like oh, Chaotix, you guys all right? It's like yeah, we're chill. We've just been having food with Archimedes. It's like all
it's
right.
yeah, it's just some whiplash. It's like,
I think yeah. Also, part of it was that Enerjack immediately kidnaps the Chaotix too. So it's like they were freed only to get kidnapped again.
and like either way, it does like nothing because they're
Yeah, they don't
not
do
good
anything,
under his control. Yeah,
dude.
because
They
like
don't do anything. They're dumb.
yeah, it was actually just like I don't even know. He was like, and then Enerjack goes like he's like, ah, my bad. Like I should have known like things I control without
Or
their
be
brains
thoughtless. Yeah.
aren't like, yeah. But then he says this, and then the next time we see the Chaotix, they're playing poker together. So
They
do
just
they have
immediately
a brain
retreated.
or not have a
They
brain?
immediately left, in which I would like. Knuckles didn't tell him to leave, so I mean, it would make sense, I guess, because they were under mind control, so they need to recuperate. But like, they didn't acknowledge that they had left. They just kind of left.
Yeah,
But I know we're ahead of ourselves. I guess like
yeah,
I don't know. The action set piece in the temple at the beginning I thought was cool. It was drawn pretty well.
yeah. It
Um,
was cool,
and it
but
was at
oh,
this point where I realized every single one of these teases, we are not learning anything about Knuckles. Knuckles has experienced zero growth from here. We're just learning shit about the past all the time.
yeah,
It's like I don't really know much about Knuckles right now.
but like I guess it was like weirdly the point at the same
Yeah.
time
Well,
because
yeah,
the
but the point
end
is ass.
quote. I know, but like I understand the end point because
Mhm.
it's like grade A lesson in
Oh,
history class.
you see, it's a good idea to have Knuckles learn from the past. However, the past is the plot and not
Yeah,
Knuckles.
it's like it's everything about this. Everything that's built up to this point was the past, and everything about this was the past.
Yeah, it's
And
like
like,
we kept having more flashbacks.
yeah, it's like I get it. You're doomed to repeat history if you don't learn from the past, but like, what did you learn?
How much? Yeah, exactly right. That's the problem. We don't never see Knuckles actually put many things into action. Hell, when we get the whole reason they win is not because of the fire ants. It's because Locke came in and pulled his fire out, like pulled him his ass out of the fire.
Yeah,
It's that one I did not like that at all. But for let's cover issue two first.
and like, yeah, yeah.
Dude, I okay. One thing I like is that since Archimedes is a fire ant and echidnas eat fire ants, I thought it was a cool partnership.
Oh, yeah, no,
And
because
Knuckles
they
never
also
feeds him.
reference that
Yeah,
too,
Knuckles
because like
almost
he gets hungry. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
he gets
never do
hungry in
that
the
again.
desert and almost eats him, and
They
then Archimedes flames his mouth, and
yeah.
he's like, "Don't do that."
He's like, you can't eat me. I mean, I feel like Archimedes would beat his ass.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he's got like fire breath. Like, sorry, Knuckles, what are you gonna do to that?
yeah.
Um,
He's also small. You can't like punch something that small. He's
yeah.
gonna dodge.
Something that annoyed me about the presentation of this whole miniseries, the Dutch angle flashbacks.
Oh
Good lord, reading those was a nightmare. It's like just
yeah,
angled enough that you can't read it like straight, and if you have to like turn it slightly. And since we're reading digitally, it's like, ugh, they were annoying.
yeah. That's fair.
Um, oh, I thought the map of it's a Kidnopolis, but like what was Enerjack's version of it called?
Uh, I don't remember. I know his like big place was called the Enerjack Citadel.
Yeah, but they had like a whole map of it at the end of issue two. That was cool.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember what you're talking about. I just don't remember the
hmm
name.
That was I like you see this is the weird because issue two I liked Locke assisting them with the like Mirage.
Yeah.
That was alright. It's just my problem with issue three. Like the what I don't know what are your thoughts about like Locke's like stepping in.
I agree with you on like the whole just just like it was kind of dumb that he stepped in because it was like the whole like lesson that it tries to leave Knuckles off with disregarding the history part is
Like
where
teaming,
he's
yeah.
like you gotta team up with people and like put your trust in others and whatnot. It's like Chaotix didn't do anything.
The fire
The
ants
fire
did.
ants only made your escape, and the only reason anything like was saved here was because of luck.
Like something completely out of your like literally Knuckles couldn't would Knuckles could be dead, he could be gone, he could be doing literally anything else, and he would and Jack would still have been dealt with.
Yeah,
And like I'm
it's like
fine with main characters not being the direct cause of their loss of like them winning, like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, where Indiana Jones technically is not the reason why he like wins. It's because he just decides to be like entrust him to faith, and
yeah,
just the Nazis are stupid and like look at the Ark of the Covenant. But in this one, it's not even like Knuckles put his faith in just things working out. He put his faith in the fire ants, which worked out for him escaping, but not like Enerjack losing. You know, it was strange. Also, like tried calling Archimedes his mentor. Bro has not done any mentoring.
yeah. There was no like teaching going on there.
That's why it's like they hang out because of so many flashbacks. They can't like teach each other anything.
Hmm.
Um, what I did find was funny though was Knuckles trying to gaslight Enerjack into thinking he wasn't there.
Oh yeah, that was good.
He's like, "I'm not here. You're just like in over your head." It's like, "All right, buddy. I don't, I don't think that would work, but a good try."
Yeah, it's like, dude, that is a literal ancient scientist. You are not juking him out that way.
Imagine if it worked. It'd be like that one. What's that one Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Crap! It's this one movie where he's like a spy, kind of, with who lost his memory, and he goes to Mars, and he gets his device at the end where he can like make holograms of himself. So he starts confusing the bad guys with and he jumps out of this corner and he's like, "Ha! I'm a fake," and he just shoots them, and he's like, "No, I'm not."
Uh,
Like he was trying to do that.
yeah, Knuckles thought he was that cool, and then it's like, nope,
He just
you are
bashed them to a
not
wall.
dealing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the fire ants got their telepathy because in real life they like have cognitive signals towards each other. So I think that's just like a magical way to do that.
Yeah, I didn't think too hard on it because like bugs can usually like communicate kind of
Yeah,
like, especially like ants in general, they have like a kind of
yeah.
like hive way
Well,
of
yeah, I looked
thinking.
it up. It's like they're not a hive mind. They can just like send cognitive signals to each other.
Yeah, it's how they like quickly they can like change direction and stuff and work together
Mm,
quickly to like solve issues together.
yeah, so I thought that was cool. But again, like I guess one of the things also stupid about Enerjack in this is that he kind of like knocks Knuckles out, and I assumed that he like had just done like some sleeping spell on him, only for an editor's note to be like, "Oh, so he took the air out from him." I'm like, you could have conveyed that better.
Yeah.
It's like when the editor makes a joke about not understanding what's happening, I'm just like, that it's not good. You can't, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I need to understand. I need to enjoy this properly. Do not editors note me.
But I don't know. I guess like Enerjack was cool. He's raw, but like he just kind of gets jobbed. I guess. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just he just kind of
that's
loses.
my boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we know he gets cool later, but I mean it was fine. I guess he was okay. He just he just lost. Like okay, sure. It was a big deal. It was cool the way they like tied in learning from the past and stuff. But it's just I don't know. It wasn't built enough. Maybe a 5 issue miniseries could have been better instead of three.
Wasn't built enough. The Archimedes plot that they kept trying to build up and then they did
Oh yeah, you're
completely
right.
other shit.
Yeah, right. Because like built up Archimedes so much, and Enerjack is no longer built up enough. Like it's this is
Because
why
maybe if they
you.
actually built up everything else more, maybe that would have been like actual fine.
Yeah,
But it was,
this is why I'm like there had to have been a plan shift. There's no way that this was the original plan because it's just so underbaked, even with all the stupid teases. Maybe if you actually use all those teases to build up Enerjack, maybe we wouldn't be in this predicament. But no, whatever.
yeah.
Whatever. It's just an okay miniseries. Just didn't develop Knuckles at all. Then it was stole the victory for him, so Locke could be like, "Well, I was in the background watching you like a good father should." Like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's like, wow.
Oh, whatever. Back to Sonic.
Yep.
Issue 37. Or it was the earthquake one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Earthquake in Robotropolis.
That was I thought the plan they had was cool. I doubted it was gonna work, but honestly, it did work. And I was like, wait, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was nice.
hmm I like Brian Thomas's art in it. It was pretty cool. Where did Rotor get an airplane?
Yeah, I got so confused when I saw the airplane because I was like, "Is this Eggman? Is this Robotnik or something?" And it's like, no, it's Rotor. Rotor has an airplane, and it's
Yeah.
not the like
It's
I
not
just
the
got
goofy one. It's just a normal airplane.
literally just a normal airplane. I'm like, dude, where'd you get this?
Yeah,
And
where are
why
you
did you
hiding
think?
it?
Yeah, what? My second thought was, why do you think to come pick up the three
Three people,
individuals
yeah,
who
right.
came into
Maybe four
Robotropolis
if
with the
Munsky was
big
with them, but yeah, like
yeah
why would you need a whole airplane? And then he's like, oh, we don't have enough seats for like what kind of airplane is this? Whatever. But I like that Sonic and Sally went together to
yeah.
try and run
I
through.
also
I
I
mean,
also thought the end of the A plot was funny with Snively.
oh, he activated the force field early.
Yeah,
Oh, that was so really
activated the
funny.
force
It
field
was. It
before they
was.
got in. They crashed. I was
He's
like,
like,
dude,
activate the force field, Snively. It's like, okay, boom. He's like, I meant after. I'm like, yeah, you go, Snively. You tell him.
yeah, so good.
Mhm. What I didn't like is that Sally got immediately knocked out.
Oh my god,
It was
yeah,
like,
she just immediately got knocked out of the plot, and I'm
yeah,
like,
like I don't
oh,
want to say
okay.
fridging because she didn't die, but like, I don't know, she didn't do
Mm,
anything. But I did like that Sonic gave his medal to Nicole. Oh yeah, one thing I want to say is I like how Sonic and Nicole's dynamic is evolving.
yeah,
That they kind of like sass each other, and it's fun. And she's like, "Thank you, Sonic," after he just like says something like crazy.
yeah, it's nice to see some like development going on.
hmm Wait, so when we got to the bunny story, it was weird. Like, it was just kind of,
Yeah,
it was a nightmare, right? Like completely.
yes, it was a nightmare completely.
So what I
Or
thought
I
of,
assume so because it says
because
like
Sally
it
was,
it leaves it like ambiguous at the end, like or was it kind of thing, and it's like, dude, what are you
yeah,
saying?
right. Like Sally, okay, so like the main story was a nightmare, but like the implication could be real, maybe depending on what they feel like.
Yeah, like I
Because
assume
I
that's
don't
what
know.
they're getting at.
At first, I thought it was actually a cool tease that all the other citizens were also going to eventually turn back into robots.
Yeah,
But I guess it was a nightmare, so I don't think it's going to happen. But honestly, I kind of like that idea. I wish it was like an actual tease, but whatever. I don't know. It just kind of sucks that the first big bunny story in forever is like a nightmare.
yeah, it was like, oh man, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, the A story was good, so I'm not going to say this whole issue was a downer. We
Mm.
get 38. Um, Kind of a strange one. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I liked it, but it was like a little weird. There's some stuff that happened in both the A and B story. I mean, Sonic sang the Sad AM intro.
Oh yeah, yeah, when he was
Yeah,
running through Robotropolis,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm just like, I see Blue Streak speeds, but I'm like, how do you know that song?
yeah, that just another moment of breaking the fourth wall. It's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I guess you could say Sonic made up that song in universe, right?
yeah, I suppose so. Yeah,
Like, yeah, I think he knows guitar in the comic, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
he
'cause
does.
he knows it in Sad AM at least. So I'm just like, he can do it. He knows.
True,
Um,
true, true.
I thought the art was a little weird. Like I think it was mostly good, but there were some times where the proportions were just a little strange. I was like, that looked a little weird, but it wasn't
That's
like
fair.
it wasn't Ken Pender's weird, so I accepted it.
Yeah, there were some like small moments, but I don't think anything that really
Yeah,
necessarily like stood
I think
out
there
to
was like
me.
one face sometime at some point. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was mostly good, so I didn't really care that much. I wasn't expecting Combots to show up again like that fast.
Hmm.
They were kind of like the action was actually pretty good until Sonic gets like destroyed by the thunderstorm.
That was like crazy to me. Dude got knocked so like dude got the wind knocked out of him so hard he just couldn't speed up again.
Yeah, I I really hope they don't try and tie that into anything. Like I don't hope they try and explain Sonic speed.
Yeah,
Um,
I hope so too. When I saw that, I just remembered our conversation on Movie
Underground.
Sonic, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
oh
Movie
god.
Sonic and Sonic Underground. Movie
Yeah.
Sonic, I've said this to you, but like as and I just don't want the lightning to show up in like the games or anything. But like, as long as
Yeah,
they don't give me an explanation for movie Sonic speed, I don't really care for the
yeah.
movie
That
verse.
that that's just what like what got me when the lightning affected his speed. I was
It's
like,
like,
is it energy based?
yeah, because I was gonna say like it's Sonic Underground is a stupid thing where it's necklace based. So I'm pretty sure at least from what I
Yeah.
remember from what I watched a while ago. I'm just like, oh no, but they didn't do it. So thank you. Please don't do it. Oh yeah, another
Mm.
moment of Nicole sassing Sonic. Who was like, Nicole, once in a while you're all right. Thank you, Sonic. I'm just like, damn. Nicole's just like, I will roll with the punches. Oh, what'd you think of Sonic chucking the ring as a weapon?
That was crazy. I
Yeah.
was like, like I guess,
It,
I
it,
yeah,
it's just funny that it's supposed to be the rings from the games, but like he's just like chucking them.
yeah. Like it just easily like broke through that like
A robot,
robot.
right? Like they're so durable, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, there's no way. Like you don't have any of your super speed, so you just threw that like a normal person.
Yeah.
Are these robots? Are the rings that strong?
I
Are the
I think I
robots that
I
weak?
think the rings are just that strong.
Yeah,
They're
we're
just
just gonna have to accept
they're
that.
nuts. Oh, and we also have the Sally series trainees who do nothing.
Oh yeah, they show up and they're like, yeah. Okay,
Oh, the
now
porcupine.
that we brought up the trainees, Sonic was the
Dude,
most of an
dude.
asshole in this
It's
issue. This is where it brought me to think about it and look back at the other
he was
issues
so
and
mean to the
realize
porcupine.
that pissed me off. Him being
He
like,
saved
the
him.
yeah, the porcupine was like, hedgehogs and porcupines are part of the same family. So I want to
Like
save you, and
similar,
he's
yeah.
like, yeah,
He's like
and he
family member in quotes. And he's like, hey, no
yeah.
cousin of mine. And I'm like,
Yeah,
dude.
no, he doesn't even just say that. He says, "You ain't no cousin of mine, Porky." I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
Like,
what? That's
bro.
like you just like I could feel him say it
I
like
can
with
feel the hater.
emphasis.
Yeah.
It felt like he fucking dropped the slur on the porcupine. I was like,
Like, dude,
dude,
what the fuck?
there's
He
no.
saved you. You don't have super speed. You could have died.
And he got really hostile with Rotor in the beginning when Rotor explained how his speed got lost
Hmm.
because he was like, if you had a second brain, you'd be a lot of trouble for us. And I'm like, dude, why are
Like,
you
yeah, why are you so
suddenly
hostile to him? Like,
instigating
what's
with Rotor?
happening? Yeah.
Yeah, he got so like
Pissed
this issue
off.
was just like cranked up to 100 on the like asshole Sonic aspect, and I was like, dude, you should not be acting this way.
Yeah, you like, especially now that his speed's gone, he does not have any right to like be like lording over any of them. Considering he is now as useful as Antoine.
Yeah, and I think it just goes further to what I was saying earlier that the way they write Sonic in Archie feels very much like he can't handle losing the spotlight. Like
Hmm.
earlier when Hyper Knuckles happens, he gets really upset and throws a tantrum because he's not the only one that can go super.
Yeah.
And now that he loses his speed and he's just like everyone else, he like lashes out on everyone around
It
him
was like,
because
okay, if that was what was happening, I'd be fine with it. But it's also just like he was lashing out before that, like you said with
yeah,
Rotor. I mean, no, Rotor was after it, but like it was just like,
it's still like the point. Yeah.
yeah, he just like I. It's probably what they're gonna build up to eventually. I don't know, maybe. Well, it's
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
what
why
it
is he so
feels like it's
rude?
building up to.
It's just I don't know. It's just weird seeing Sonic like that,
Yeah,
especially because
like I
sometimes he's normal because he's like, oh, I gotta be careful. I don't have my super speed, and like there he's
yeah,
not pissed off, but like everything else he's just pissed off.
and he was chill with like the
The trainees,
trainees
yeah, he
up
was chill
until
the
that point.
last time.
Like I don't even understand that scene. He got saved from falling off a building. He would
Yeah,
have splat, and he like just insults this guy just because he's told that they're a part of the same like
like he
family
was just
tree,
making a joke.
basically.
He was
Yeah,
making a
like
joke that they are like they look similar. Like it's like, bro, why are you so pissed off at
yeah.
him?
And literally one of the trainees, like I think, like back talks him afterwards, like, aren't you like you're supposed to be like the leader here, like you
Yeah,
gotta show like traits of leadership. And Sonic's like, yeah, right, okay, I gotta act all leaderly. And he continues like the mission, but he doesn't apologize for
yeah.
being like a
He doesn't
like
apologize
and
for anything.
Yeah, and it makes me more upset because then you see like the expression on the porcupine and he actually
He
like
was so
looks sad.
sad. I was like,
Yeah, I
no.
like I actually got upset because I was like, Sonic, your whole thing is you're supposed to be like a hero that brings like optimism. You're supposed to like make these guys
Mm,
feel like they can win this, and you're just like
nah,
you're
yeah,
you're 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 a solo train right now.
yeah. I don't know. It's and then also it just kind of comes back to the other freedom fighters being kind of useless because they also just immediately got kidnapped.
Yeah,
I don't know. They like it's just kind of weird. Everyone else is they're weirdly useless. I don't know. The freedom fighters need to do more.
yeah,
And
it's like I don't know. Maybe that goes hand in hand with why Sonic's an asshole because everyone else kind
probably,
of like is useless when he's not super powered and everyone has to depend on him. But that doesn't give him an excuse for him to just like treat people that way.
yeah. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't think it will. I'm hoping Sonic goes back to more normal soon, but I guess we can see. However, we did get the return of the peak character, Salute Doggy Dog, for 2 panels. He was there.
Yeah.
I noticed. I'm like, oh my god, it's Salute Doggy Dog.
He was
Yay!
there. My goat.
And he disappeared and did nothing. So
Yeah.
sad. And also, I think in the last, okay, I was saying the art looked a little weird sometimes. I'm pretty sure the last panel was supposed to be a tease for Fang because of the hat, but it looked nothing like Fang.
It is a Fang tease, but yeah, no, it didn't look like him at all. It
Yeah,
looked really weird, but it is a Fang tease.
yeah. I was pretty certain considering we're near like some other issues where he's in, but I'm just like, why do you look like that?
But
Um,
aside from asshole Sonic, we have the goated B plot.
okay, that one was really funny. It took me a second to realize it was a Fantastic Four parody.
Yeah, no,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but like, because I was kind of like just skimming through, not skimming through, but I was kind of like zero brain selling that B story until I saw Robotanicus, and
Oh
I
wait,
was like,
really? It took you that? Yeah, no.
because
The
I was
second I
kind
saw
of
them in the outfits is when I
okay.
was
I'll be
like,
honest, I
oh,
was kind of like I saw the in space part, and I saw this thing, and I was just kind of like, okay, blah blah, whatever, whatever. And I saw that, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's when I actually like paid attention, and then I saw that I'm like, that's Galactus, and I just went back to the pages and actually like was fully reading that B story, and I was like, oh, I get it.
yeah, and like the whole B plot was really cute, and like
Mhm.
honestly, in my opinion, I think it's kind of genius that that Tails, the character that's like, he's like powerless sidekick character. He's more of like a Marvel fan. He's more interested in all these characters that have superpowers,
Mhm.
right? And because like he also likes the like more happy-go-lucky type stuff. Like obviously not all of Marvel is like happy quip type stuff, but I think it's kind of reflective on how Tails like
Just
Sonic and
Fantastic
like
Four stuff,
Sonic's
yeah.
like yeah, Sonic's like super powered. He throws out quips, so like obviously Tails likes that stuff. And I think it's cool that Sonic likes like Batman
Yeah.
who uses gadgets and like his brain. Like he has no superpowers. And I
Mm.
think it's kind of like a sweet dynamic where they both
Don't like the other
like
one.
what the other character is,
Yeah, I think that was cool.
Like yeah, because like Batman tells well, later down the line at the very least, he's a smart character that uses gadgets, and Tails likes the quippy, super
The quick,
powered
yeah.
characters
Well, to be
like
fair, Reed
Sonic.
Richards is smart, but he's not
Yeah,
reading this one. Um,
but it was just
but
cute to me. I was
yeah,
like, man.
yeah, it was cute. I liked the story, and also I thought the parody itself was funny. Surprised
Yeah,
this was a Penders thing and not a Mike Gallagher thing.
no,
Um,
that's surprising.
yeah, but I guess the way they overfeed robot, 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 Robotanicus.
Yeah, they overfeed him with golden Twinkies.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, it was funny, and then we got Bat, Sonic, and then Tails shows it's the Fantastic car, but like with Freedom Fighters,
Mm.
Robin Tails, and there's 2 Batman references on the cover. It's like holy new look, Sonic fans, referencing the Adam West Robin, and also the Dark Hog returns with the Dark Knight returns.
The Dark Hog returns.
At first, I was confused. I'm like, what do you mean hog? He's not a pig. I'm like, wait, hedgehog.
Hedgehog, yeah,
I'm like, never mind.
that's good.
But yeah, it was a good B story. I enjoyed it. I guess yeah.
Yeah.
So overall this week, what do you think?
I thought this was a pretty goated week. Like, obviously there were some frustrations and stuff, but like
So
overall, I think this is probably one of the like best weeks so far. I enjoyed reading all these issues.
You see, I enjoyed most of the A stories. The Knuckles stuff was dumb.
Yeah.
The miniseries was okay, only saved by the first two issues because it was Enerjack in it.
Yep, Enerjack is what like carried that for me. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't care if you jobbed. It's cool seeing you. Thank you for this. Like, thank you for showing me the beginning of Enerjack.
yeah, I was just like the actual plot of the miniseries though. It's just like it gives me a bad omen for where the main Knuckles series goes.
Hmm.
So I wanted to call this one The Pendulum Begins, but I can't call it because I can't say I thought anything was too bad at this point. Um,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, it was pretty good for the most part. I enjoyed most of the Sonic issue stories. It was just the Knuckles stuff that kind of dragged it down.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We do got Metal Madness next week, which I'm very excited for. As I can keep
Go.
mentioning it.
Let's
Um,
go.
I haven't read
Also a
that.
reference in the
So
Team Sonic Racing video.
yeah, go watch the Team Sonic Racing video.
It's references issue 4, issue 50.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see where Archie goes from here. We're clearly hitting a turning point in how the series is being written.
Hmm.
Um, I'll decide on how I feel about Sonic becoming more of an asshole and if it goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just be a really weird thing. Um, I guess otherwise, I guess we can wrap it up for the week, right?
Yeah, sounds good to me. It was a good episode.
All right. So I guess we'll see you guys next week for the next 11 issues.
Yep, see y'all.